When you talk about recruiting Georgia and Florida, how important is it to get into the inroads of those powerhouses like Venice and Aquinas, who are producing Division I players in the double digits every year?
Yeah, I think more importantly than the powerhouses, you want to be in the programs that win football games. You want to recruit, as you look at a profile of who we're trying to get, whether it's a high school kid or a portal kid, you, in this era right now, right, the character, the ability to work through hard, the ability to face adversity almost outweighs physical characteristics in some ways, right? Because we feel like if we get a young man here, we can develop them with the resources we have, the people we have, we can develop them better than anybody in the country. So, but whether the young man comes in and starts as a freshman or the young man's gonna sit here for 2 years and grow and develop, right now, more than any other time in college football, the easiest thing to do is, man, I don't like my situation, I'm out. So the ability to take young men from a character standpoint that have been through hard, that know how to win, that understand what it is to build and sustain success, finding that is almost more important than a young man that has the physical traits. And generally where you're gonna find those guys is at elite high school programs that win, because generally those programs have elite high school coaches that win and have the same standards and demands that you're looking for. And so whether it's a program that produces 10 Division I kids a year, 15 Division I kids a year, like St. Thomas, like Venice, like Lakeland, Edgewater, they're everywhere, right? Grayson, there's so many of them. Or it's a program that, like Union County, where Gavin Jenkins went, that's got an elite football coach. They don't produce 15 Division I kids a year. They produce maybe 2, but those kids grew up in that community. That's where they went to middle school. That's where they went to high school. They're coached incredibly hard. They run high-level schemes. They get coached football. They lift. They run in the off-season. They run track. They play basketball. So maybe they're not producing 15 kids a year, but they are producing 11 to 12 wins a year, and those guys know how to win, know how to work, know how to stick through hard and not transfer. That's what you're looking for. And so hopefully that answers your question. Elite high school coaches, elite programs, whether they're producing a bunch or not. Now, the teams that are producing a bunch, you obviously have to have incredible inroads there, because if they're producing a bunch of them, you'd like some of them.
Coach, the new Bears coach, when he got the job, was asked about what Caleb Williams should expect, and he said he better get comfortable with being uncomfortable. How important is it to make your guys uncomfortable at practice so they're ready for a game?
Yeah, very important to create that environment. It starts right now. I mean, it starts in the weight room, it starts in the winter workouts, what these winter workouts, even how we've evolved in our winter workouts. You know, our first year was spent primarily trying to get these guys to not be hurt. Like the physical demand of what we were about to go into in year one was drastically different than the guys that were here were used to, and then we brought transfers in. It was, for lack of a better term, a shit show that you were trying to just stabilize. You know, so we were literally just trying to teach elementary movements where guys wouldn't get hurt. Last year, we spent the entire winter workouts on leadership, battlefield communication, just communicating on the field and trying to develop guys that can lead. Because again, you hadn't won. You had a little glimpse of it in year one, and you're trying to manage these emotions of, man, I was the guy on a 7-win team. You're like, you were the guy on the 7-win team, yeah. Here's how you lead, here's how you communicate, here's the expectation of where we're going. So we spent the entire winter teaching how to communicate when things are chaotic, teaching guys how to lead, teaching guys how to follow. Where I feel like now, year 3, we're gonna go in and work out, it'll feel like old school, not maybe old school for you, but old school for me, there's a lot of things out, a lot old school for you, but it'll be as tough and as gritty. Like I said, we're already 3 weeks in, where we're going to make it as hard as you can possibly make it through these winter workouts into spring ball. You want to make it hard. We're also more physically prepared for it 2 years in.